recording. I forgot to do that. Okay, recording is set. Everybody's good to go. Officially, you are welcomed to our team call for March 31st, 2016. 34 participants on now. That is just incredible. And lots of you dialing in from your phone because you're busy and on the go, which is totally fine. Brandy and I chatted this morning, and we both have an extreme passion, as many of you know, for this business. You know, she and I come at it from a little bit different perspective on our whys. I have had a huge need for financial rescue in my life, and that's not necessarily where Brandy has come from. She has an extreme passion for nutrition and defeating the odds when it comes to diagnoses and health conditions, and she's still doing that in her own life and living that out. So when she and I get together, even though we come from a little bit different perspective as to what drew us to this business and what we're grateful that it's done for our lives, we share the same heart when it comes to looking out into our teams, to you guys that are on this call right now who are listening to this maybe as a recording later. And what we want you to know is the big secret about Beachbody coaching. And it's not about fitness or nutrition or finances. It's about the change in your mind, in your heart, when you realize that you are empowered to help another human being. And the chance that you have to make an extremely real impact on someone else's life. And I think that's about as divine as we get as humans. You know, that is what God created us for, was for relationship with Him and with each other. And when we can lock arms with another human being and say, I've been through some things and I know how to get out of it, and I can see that you're going through some things similar to what I've been through, and I can help you out of that. And so Brandy and I really share that same heart for our coaches on our team. We want you guys to feel confident and bold and empowered to step forth in faith and claim your blessing to be able to make a difference to someone else. And as a byproduct of that, you are going to get more fit because you're going to hold yourself accountable to be an example to those you want to serve. You're going to hold yourself to tweaking your nutrition because you are trying to inspire others to do the same. You're going to hold yourself more accountable to personal development because you will realize your own shortcomings as you're trying to help someone else with theirs. You'll hold yourself more accountable to being diligent with your business. And all of that together is going to result in a financial result for you as well, which so many of you have dire financial situations that you need this to change things for you. Others of you are in a position like Brandy and her husband Charles, who are 100% debt-free now because Brandy has earned so much income with Beachbody that her husband has been able to use his income to pay down debt faster than he would have if she weren't bringing anything into their family. So wherever you find yourself on the financial spectrum, we all have the common unifying factor of seeing something amazing in this team and in these challenge groups and in this company that we want to effectively share with the outside world. True? Nod yes if you feel me on that. Yeah. It's like we have a secret and we want to tell it, but we're not quite sure how. And it's one of those things where you find yourself describing it to your best friend and you're like, well, you know, it's this challenge group and yeah, there's a shake and a workout, but it's just, well, you just have to be there, right? You just have to be there. It's something you feel. And so what Brandy and I discussed this morning on our weekly call, we normally talk once a week about how to lead you guys better. We want to embark upon a 2-month-long journey with you to teach you how to take that indescribable thing that is our team and our business and translate it into something that people in the outside world can understand. And the scary word we put on that is recruiting. Recruiting. So I wanted to describe for you exactly what recruiting is before I use that word. because I don't want you to think that it's what other network marketing companies do when they go out there and try to rope people into something that costs them a fortune that they never get anything back out of. That is not what we do when we recruit. When we recruit a coach to join us, we are seeing that what we have fulfills a need that they have. And we're giving them solutions and a place to belong and a nurturing environment in which to achieve their goals. And we have to figure out ways to build a bridge between where we are to where other people are and help them cross that bridge to understand how amazing and incredible and it's indescribable, right? There's no words, what this thing is that we have. So that's what Brandy and I want to go into about with you tonight. But before we jump into that, let me pull up my notes on my phone here right quick. I was at the dentist with 4 kids earlier today, so if I look frazzled, that's why. Not to mention the hour-long car ride there and back. Okay. All right, so just a couple of kind of housekeeping things before we really dive into the meat of tonight's call. First of all, I have to wish happy birthday to Nicole Wilson, who is very pregnant with a baby girl. I don't even know if she's on here tonight. I don't see her. It's her birthday, so I hope she's celebrating with her family. Congratulations to Jennifer Allen on opening up a new gym where she can host her boot camp classes and just incredible things going on for her in Logansport, Louisiana. And we wish her all the best of success with her new gym, which is super exciting. Congratulations to Brandy for receiving her certificate of completing her diploma for certificate in nutritional counseling from the Trinity School of Natural Health. Holler. That's amazing. So lots of cool things going on with our team. We are a family, so we celebrate these things together. Always, always, always. Announcements. Okay, listen very carefully to this because I'm going to try not to get confused and be confusing. But we changed up our Diamond Retreat for this year a little bit. Instead of in April, we moved it to June. It's going to be the weekend of June the 11th through the 13th. And you're eligible for that if you are my personally sponsored coach. That means when you go into your Coach Online office, it says your upline sponsor is me. And you have to be of diamond rank, paid diamond rank by May the 5th to qualify for the Diamond Retreat. This same thing applies if you are one of Brandy's personally sponsored coaches who is a paid diamond rank by May the 5th and you live in Texas or within closer driving distance to Texas than Georgia. Right, Brandy? Is that correct? Okay, all right. Why do you want to be at this Diamond Retreat? Well, why would you not want to be? We're going to have, it's going to be at my family lake home in Granbury, just like it was last year. We'll have hair and makeup people come and get us all prettied up. And we'll have a professional photographer there to do headshots, fitness shots, group photos. We had a blast with that last year, and so many coaches were nervous about having their picture made, but we had some red wine and put on some fun music, and it ended up being the most memorable part of the whole weekend. And it was pictures we could use on social media. I still use them now. They're quality professional pictures you can use as your profile picture. They're great for promoting our team. And that's something exclusive to those who meet that requirement. If you are not one of mine or Brandy's personally sponsored diamonds, check with your upline and ask them if they're going to be hosting a Diamond Retreat. And tell them that you want that. Because they may not know that they have some people in their downline that would like to do something like that. So be sure and mention that to them. What else? Super Saturday, Super Sunday is this weekend. I will be speaking in Longview, Texas, along with another elite coach, Jackie Bull. We'll be speaking. That event is from 10 to 12. If you can make it, we will do a workout. I think we're doing PiYo. I think we're doing PiYo. So that's from 10 to 12 in Longview. And then Sunday afternoon in Frisco, I will be there also from 1 to 5. If you're coming to the Dallas Super Sunday event in Frisco, Otherwise, find an event near you and go. Even if you go by yourself, even if you have to take your children and your dog and your guinea pig, go to Super Saturday. You can't really ever wrap your head around this business until you go to events and network with other coaches and learn and hear success stories and feel the energy. It always pumps me up to go to these events, always. What else?
The Atlanta one is this Saturday from 9 to 12, and there's a workout from 12 to 1, FYI. If you need info on that, let me know.
Perfect. Okay, a couple other things. If you're not on the waiting list for Summit yet, get on it now. They just announced that they're starting to call people from the waiting list for Summit. If you don't know what Summit is, then you especially need to get on the waiting list for Summit. Go to, CoachSummit2016.com. That's it. CoachSummit2016.com. Get on the waiting list. It's in Nashville. It is a can't miss. If you're serious about this business, you'll be at Summit. It's a non-negotiable. I missed it my first year as a coach. Actually, Summit had just happened when I first signed up, so I didn't get to go. And the next year I couldn't afford to go, or I thought I couldn't afford to go. And so I struggled in my business until I started going to Summit. And that's when things caught on fire for me. So we're going to have an opportunity for people to room together. Certain of us will have our vehicles there to take people back and forth to the convention center and the different events. So ask your upline sponsor about that, or ask in the team page if you're not sure. But get on the waiting list. Finally, get on the waiting list for the Success Club trip for next year as well. Brandy and Crystal Gaither and I just got back from the cruise. This year's Success Club trip, it was incredible. I felt so pampered and adored and celebrated. It was an amazingly wonderful time. So don't be one of those coaches next year that's seeing all of our posts from the beaches of Punta Cana, from the Hard Rock Resort there, and wondering why you didn't listen to me back on March 31st, 2016, when I told you to get on the waiting list. You can earn that trip. Even if you start now, just hit Success Club and from here on out and earn the trip, and you'll be so glad that you got to go. Finally, the last thing I want to tell you guys is Brandy and I are going to be putting together a diamond beach trip for all the diamonds in our entire downline, whoever wants to go. Last year, she and I went to Punta Cana not knowing Beachbody was going to plan their Success Club trip for next year. And we sat on the beach there and we thought, you know what? We need to do this for our whole team. Anybody that wants to go. So hit diamond. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's where you need to be headed. Hit diamond and make sure that you're eligible to be invited to go this fall. It'll probably be October, early November, sometime in there. And she and I are going to be researching on packages and prices and things like that. Last year we got a great deal. We hardly spent any money to go to Punta Cana together. But if you're building your business, it won't even hurt to invest in a trip like that. And again, it would just be incredible to have a ton of you there with us. And we've decided we'll probably either go to Jamaica or Isla Mujeres, which is by Cozumel, right, Brandy?
Yeah. No, across from Cancun.
Across from Cancun. Okay. So all of that's crazy, super important. And what we're going to do with you guys for April and May is going to help you to reach all of those goals, to be able to afford to go to Summit, to be able to afford to go on the team Diamond Beach trip this fall, and to be able to earn the Success Club trip to Punta Cana next spring. We're going to teach you guys how to recruit. We're going to do a huge recruiting push, really get down and dirty with you all and teach you how to grow your team. You can't be successful at coaching without bringing on like-minded people to do it with you. It's just, it's like when it's just you and you're running challenge groups all by yourself, you're working in the realm of addition. And 2 + 2 is 4, and 5 + 5 is 10. And you're working only with people that you're adding through your challenge group. When you start recruiting, then you step into the realm of multiplication for your income, for your volume, for your momentum, because then instead of you being the only one in your team running challenge groups and helping people get results, you've got 4, 5, 10 coaches also running challenge groups. You're reaching out and helping multitudes of people beyond what you, with your one little self, can do. And then you're starting to create massive volume, which is going to increase your income. And you're going to feel more confident as well about what you're doing. So recruiting is going to be the focus for April and May. This business truly is relationships. It's all about relationships with a shared passion for fitness and freedom, and this secret fellowship that we all have together that we want to try to explain to people, and we want them to feel what we feel, and we want them to know it's not icky sales network marketing crap. This is a family. This is a connection. This is something bigger than yourself that you're a part of. And we want to be able to bring in like-minded people who need what we need, who believe what we believe, who want to be on this mission with us, who want to run with us. Creating a team around that is going to be absolutely key to growth and success of any kind. Recruiting to your team is more fun than recruiting to your challenge group because it's what you're doing. You're not just a challenger in the challenge group, you're a coach. And once we get past the fear and you guys feel equipped to recruit to your team, you're going to realize it's so much more fun to share about this side of things than just the challenge group. So I encourage you all to, take a step out of your comfort zone right now, open up your mind and heart, and start saying to yourself, I can do this. I can share the business side of this. I can share about our team. I can share about this fellowship of this family that we have together. I can do that. Start saying that to yourself, and you'll start to believe it's real. Brandy and I are going to go through 7 steps. So make sure you have paper and pencil out. We're going to give you 7 steps, 7 tools, whatever you want to call them. There's 7 pieces that are essential for you to be able to start feeling comfortable with recruiting and truly setting up a foundation that makes it easy for you to do. Really easy. If you've got all the elements in place and you've set yourself up for success and you're sprinkling yourself in a lot of different places with the business, it's going to make it a more natural, a more organic process instead of something that feels like drudgery or something that's scary or that you avoid. Does that make sense so far? Nod your head if you're with me. Yes? Awesome. Okay. Good deal. I love it when y'all smile. That's just so happy. All right, Brandy, we decided I was doing odds and you're evens, right? On our steps? Okay.
That's good.
All right, so I'm going to kick it off with number 1 of our 7 tips here. Oh, whoops. I added 3 more. So there's 10. There's 10 tips. I forgot to change the number. 10. How could I forget that? We're going to hear more about 10 in a little bit. So 10, 10, 10. Stick that in your head. All right, number 1. Very important. Create a photo album of success stories from our team that anyone can come to Facebook and check that out in your photo album. There's a lot of stalkers out there, and before they message you to share their life story with you, they're going to come check you out. So have that in your photo album. A lot of you probably noticed that I did mine yesterday. You can use any of the pictures in mine, or you can make your own. You can ask your team, hey, can you guys all create a cute graphic with your personal results physically and what this business has done for you? Put it on a cute little graphic, and let's collect those as a team. And everybody create a photo album on Facebook of success stories from our team. And as you add more pictures to it, it will refresh it and pop it back up on your timeline again. So that's a great tool for you to not only have fitness transformations be a part of what you're sharing, but also to let people know that there's a little more to this than that. Okay? All right. Brandy, you can take it away on number 2.
Okay, number 2 is, and this came from, I think, Bonnie Engel, and if you were on the National Wake Up Call when she shared, you may remember this. Take what we do in a coach open house or a backstage pass and use them to create public posts on social media to share about our business, to dispel myths and to address concerns before they even have a chance to voice them. Because so many people who are watching you, maybe you've posted a little bit about the business, or maybe you haven't, and you should. But whatever you've said about being a coach, a lot of people are skeptical. And most of them have similar concerns and similar fears surrounding whether or not they would be able to do this. Likely, they are very similar to the things that you felt and thought before you decided to become a coach. So go back and take those things that you were scared of, that you were unsure of, and that you weren't really sure how to answer before you became a coach, and address those things on social media. Be proactive about overcoming objections before they even come up. I thought that was such a genius way to really kind of head that off before it presents itself in conversation. So maybe you're posting about the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of not being fit enough to be a coach. Well, address that publicly and talk about how it's not really an issue and why, because coaching is about sharing your journey and working on yourself. That's just one example. And we can have brainstorming sessions on, on the team page. Everybody posts what their ideas are, what their fears were, and how they overcame them. And then we can all use those to help each other have little breadcrumbs and things to post about that. But do it publicly so that people are seeing it that may or may not be coming to your coach open house.
Absolutely. And if you're new and you don't even know what a coach open house is, or backstage pass or sneak peek, you have no idea what we're talking about, go to the Team Fresh and Fit, the family Facebook group, click on the files tab, and I uploaded all of those protocols today. So I would suggest that you go into the backstage pass protocol and the coach open house protocol and read through the information there, and you make a list, you brainstorm different posts that you could do to inform people about coaching, about the business, about our team, based on the information that's in those documents, and make that part of how you post, in addition to your shake and your workout and your cute pics of your dog. So all that's there for you, and you can go into those documents and build some posts based on that. And then, like Brandy said, come in the team page and say, hey, I want to do some posts about overcoming objections. How did you guys all come up with the money to afford your challenge pack? Ask.
Great idea.
Ask. Okay, number three. Always share about the upcoming new coach trainings that we host. You've got to let people know that our trainings are a part of what we do. And I've been all over the map with how I do trainings. I've been trying to find like that perfect niche with training for you guys that allows you and your coaches to really run with this. And I've recently, just this past week, started a new 15-day fast track coach training. And that protocol is also uploaded in my team page in the files section. You can all have it. You can train yourself using that. You can share it with your downlines. I don't care. I got it from another friend and then put some of my own stuff in there. So it's no secret thing. You can all take it, copy and paste it, and use it. But share publicly on Facebook and promote when we have a new training coming up. When you are hosting a training, hey guys, I know that you're all wondering what I do with this whole Beachbody coaching thing. Well, I'm hosting a training in 2 weeks. So anybody that's wondered about this or been curious about it or wanted to know how I do it, you need to jump in on this training and I'll teach you everything I know in 15 days, and then you'll be able to be successful really fast. Promote it, put a post out there and tell people that you have this training coming up. Give them an opportunity to join it. A lot of people would kill to be in our team. We are a 2015 elite team and finished really close to the top 200 out of 400 and something thousand people. People want to be here. So invite them. Let them know about our trainings that are coming up and post about it. Create an event page just like you would for a challenge group. Let people know when a training is coming up and give them a chance to join it, just like you would a challenge group. And do this every month. Have some sort of coach something to invite them to every month. Every single month. All right, Brandy, number 4.
All right, this sounds pretty simple, but how often do we neglect it? Share your story about coaching. And one thing that I have found, and the reason I think my team does this is because I did it for so long. We are really good about sharing our fitness journey, our sweaty selfies, our Shakeology pictures, our healthy recipes. We've got that down. People love seeing those posts. But when it comes to sharing publicly about the business, we freeze. We get scared. We don't want to seem icky. It's another one of those MLM things, all these fears that go through your head. And so usually that leads to inaction. I would love to just have you kind of think for a moment, how many times in the last week did you share publicly specifically about your business and what coaching has done for you? Not Beachbody Fitness, not Shakeology, although it's all a part, but coaching. How many times have you shared about that specifically? I want you to write this down real quick, and you may have to go back to it if we move on, but what 4 things has coaching done for you? Just start with 4. And probably when you come up with those 4, your mind will be turning and you'll start thinking of others, but start with 4 things that Beachbody coaching has done for you, has changed about your life, has blessed you in some way, in some form. Write down 4 things and then continue to add to that list, because I guarantee you, whether you're a 6-figure earner yet or not, whether you're an elite coach yet or not, there are things that this business has brought to you that are a blessing and that would be a blessing for other people. Even if you're a brand new coach, this community, being a part of this team, having girlfriends, having people who have your back, making your first $30, $50 check. What did you do with that check? You know, I mean, little things. Think small, think in breadcrumb terms, and share your story about coaching every single week. Sprinkle it in. Share what coaching is doing for you. It's very simple, but it's easy to neglect. So don't neglect it anymore.
Amen. Well said. And like Brandy said, even if you're a brand new coach, what drew you to sign up? What value or magnetic pull did you feel? What call on your heart did you feel about the person that you signed up with? That is something coaching has done for your life already. You know, you found a friend. You made a connection. You feel a part of something. It doesn't matter if you just signed up last night. You already have a story of what Beachbody business and coaching has done for your life. So don't be afraid to share that. It's the same thing with fitness. You know, you don't want to wait until you have rock hard 6-pack abs and bulging quadriceps and biceps to post about your fitness transformation. You're going to post the very moment you lose that first pound, right? Or the first time you made it through an entire Shaun T workout without cussing. Like, you're going to share that, right? You're not going to wait for that crazy transformation. It's the same thing with your business. All right, number 5. Create a cover pic for Facebook that is about you, your brand, and what you stand for, your family, something that shows your personality. And here's the important piece. Write up your story and put it as the caption for that cover picture on Facebook. Okay? One of the first things that someone's going to do when they come check you out, and that's the idea here, is you want to start drawing in people and attracting people to your Facebook that you don't know. And that's not scary. That's exciting. That's a good thing. And they're gonna look at your cover picture first, because a lot of times that tells us more about someone than their profile picture, right? A cover picture really conveys who these people are. They're gonna click on that, and immediately when they click on your picture, this caption is gonna pop up, and it's gonna say, "Oh, hey there, you probably just randomly clicked on this picture, but let me have your attention for a minute and tell you a little bit more about who I am." Tell your story. You know, why are you a coach? Why are you doing this? Write out what this has done for your life. Write about your fitness transformation and the journey that you're on, your passion, your purpose. Write that out, and it can be long. It's okay. You can check mine out if you need to see an example. I got the idea from Lindsay Matway, so credit goes to her. You can go check hers out too. And get an example of that. When you change your cover picture, you just go in there and copy and paste that write-up that you did and put it as the caption for your new cover picture. You don't have to rewrite it each time.
Put it in there.
And then,
Supposed to be.
okay. I know we brought people at basketball games and soccer fields and all kinds of stuff. The same goes for your profile picture. You can do a short write-up and put it as the caption for your profile picture and just say, you know, hey, I'm Brandy. I'm a mom of 3 boys. I'm a type 1 diabetic, also dealing with Hashimoto's, and I'm treating it all with nutrition. I'd love to hear from you, and we can brainstorm ways together to make you healthier. It could be something really short like that, really, really short and simple that lets them know who you are. You can do the same thing on your like page for those of you that have a like page. I hate Instagram. I use it, but I hate it. So I'm sure you can figure out some way to do that over there too, but I'm a Facebook girl. And so that's my tip. I think we're on number 6, Brandy.
Yeah. Okay. And this actually, I have to give a shout out and give credit to Kelly Williams, because she's the one that's been doing this, and I keep noticing it and going, oh my gosh, that's genius. Every Thursday when she gets her paycheck, she posts what that paycheck allowed her to do. Now, she's about to hit diamond. It's not like she's making, $5,000, $10,000 a week, but she's making enough to bring blessing to her family and create change in their lives. And every single Thursday she posts, this week with my Beachbody check, I was able to pay for my kids' homeschool co-op tuition or registration and buy Six Flags season passes. Little things like that are a deal, because there are so many other moms out there that wish that they could do those things for their families. Or with my paycheck from Beachbody this week, I took my husband on a date. I was able to buy all organic groceries because we couldn't afford it before, or I enrolled my kids in gymnastics, which I've been wanting to do for years and I've never been able to do it. Those things matter. And that's what I want you guys to understand, is that every little progress, every little step along the way, it matters. It matters to us, it matters to our team, and it matters to the people who are watching you. So every Thursday, whether you made $10, $30, $100, figure out what that allows you to do. Did you help your husband pay down debt? Were you able to pay the electric bill? Are you saving for a family vacation? Share what you're doing with each week's check, because that's going to impact the people who are watching you and following you. And I forgot to apologize. The pollen has me awful. So I apologize about my voice and my sniffling. And I hope you can hear me.
I think half of us could probably commiserate with you, because it's just springtime in the South for sure. Yeah, I love that idea. So major shout out to Kelly Williams for that. I did that today, and it felt so good to let people know what I was able to do today with my Beachbody income. And then as I did it, if you're not sure what I did, go to my wall and read about it. I don't want to say it because I'm within earshot of someone who it applies to, and I don't want to embarrass anyone. But it really hit me after Brandy and I talked about that this morning, how guilty I've been of not sharing what little ways this has changed my life. And one thing you guys might think about, maybe you're not super girly like I am. I'm a girly girl, and I always used to feel so envious, like I was missing out when I would hear other women talk about going to get a pedicure, and their toenails would be so pretty and painted all the time, and I'd look at my homemade job I did in my own bathroom and go, ugh. And when I started making a little bit of money with Beachbody, that was one of the first things that I would treat myself to that every few months. I would go get the very basic, cheapest level pedicure, but I felt so proud that I could do that for myself rather than having to wait for my mom to do it for my birthday or something. That was a big deal to me, and I remember how that felt. And so I know there's another woman out there that feels that way too. And so think about those things, those little things that probably seem like no big deal to you. Think about what that might mean to someone else, and don't ever be ashamed of how small your check is when you're just getting started, or you're still struggling to build this. Maybe some of you that are working full time, it's taking you a little longer to kind of get things going. Even if you're making $200, $300 a week, it's helping you with something, and that would mean the world to someone else out there. So be sure you're doing that and sharing that. Okay, number 7. This is super important, guys. Promote and host business opportunity events. Promote and host business opportunity events. And that's some scary language on that, right? Ooh, business opportunity event. Woo! But it's not. If if you love what we do, if you love our team, if you have found value here, you have a debt to pay. You owe it to the world to share what you have found. Every good woman knows if you find an amazing hairdresser, you tell your friends who have bad hair, right? You tell your friends. If you find a great pediatrician that really listens to you and trusts your mommy instinct on things for your kids, you tell all of your friends, especially when you hear them complaining about their pediatrician. If you love this team and you love our challenge groups and you love the culture and the family that we have here with each other, you have got to share that with people. And yeah, we're going to slap the name on it and call it a business opportunity event, but it's an invitation to join a family, a tribe of women who cheer each other on. And that's a big deal. That's an amazing gift. So promote and host these things. Schedule them into your calendar every single month and do at least one. Here's a couple of 3 different ones that you can do, okay? For those of you that the thought of speaking on a call like this literally makes you have man sweat in your armpits, like it makes you want to vomit to think about doing this, you might consider hosting a coach open house in a private Facebook group, where you can take the protocol that's in my file section in my team page and you can tweak the wording to sound like you, or you can copy and paste exactly what I have and share it with them. And you do it, you can do it in 3 days, 5 days, however you want to set it up. But all you're doing is posting information and allowing them to comment and ask questions. Very no pressure, very hands off for you. It's a good way to baby step into sharing the business. Similarly, kind of your next step up from that would be to host what we call a backstage pass event. These are really fun. You're in and out in an hour. You're done. You can take the protocol that, again, is in the file section in the Team Fresh and Fit, the family Facebook group, and it's called Backstage Pass Protocol. And Brandy created that from some stuff she found from another coach and put it together and shared it with me, and I'm using it as well. And you can take that, and what you do is you have your event page from where you promoted this event for a couple of weeks. And then the night of the Backstage Pass, you jump on there and you start posting from this document. You can copy and paste right into your event page. Every few minutes, you're going to do a new post that gets people engaged. They're going to introduce themselves. They're going to share their goals. And then you're going to start sharing about coaching just by copying and pasting information from that document in our team page. No pressure. Again, after around 45 minutes or so, if you want to put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone, which I highly encourage you to do, you'll allow them to jump on a Zoom call just like this, and they can ask you questions about information that you shared during the Backstage Pass event. It's okay if you only have 2 or 3 people show up. And it's okay if they ask a question you don't know the answer to. You say, you know, that's a really good question. I'm still new to all this myself, and I'm honestly not sure. Let me write that down, and I'll get with my team, and then I will message you tomorrow on Facebook and give you the answer to that question. Totally fine to do that. That's legal. Totally fine. The other thing that you can do is a business opportunity call, just like this, but you be sharing the business. And I today wrote up an entire file in the team page, step by step, on how to create a Zoom account, the PDF that you can use that Beachbody created for us. I walked you step by step through how to screen share on a Zoom call, every piece of it, how to record, everything. And so that's another way. If you love this format and you're someone who loves to talk and could go on and on like I can, then that might be the way you want to go. But schedule at least one of those 3 into your calendar every single month. Share about it. And what you'll see is that you'll set up this event, you'll promote it for a couple of weeks, you'll host the event, and then right after that, you're going to share that you have a new coach training starting that following Monday. So as you host this event, whether it's Coach Open House, Backstage Pass, or a call or webinar, at the end of that, you're going to say, Okay, for those of you that are ready to go, I have a training for you where I'm going to teach you everything I know. So it's a natural flow right into you hosting a training for these people so they don't have to worry about getting into something and feeling alone and not knowing what to do. The protocols are already available for you in the team page. You have to be responsible to step out and go get them and use them. Don't wait for your upline to host one of these for you. It's your business. You're the CEO. You can't always expect your upline to do these things for you. And while we want to help you, it's not that we don't want to help you. The people who are going to sign up to your team want you. They want to hear from you. They don't care how new you are. They don't care if you have all the answers. They want your heart, your personality, your soul. They just want you. They trust you. They are showing up because of you. So if you're hosting these things, you're going to have a lot higher rate of people signing up than if you just have your people join Brandy's Backstage Pass. Because she's not the one they're going to be working with. They're going to be working with you. So they need you. And I could preach on that forever. But you got to step up and host your own stuff to invite people to your team. All right, number 8.
All right, and just to add to that, one thing that really stuck out to me when we were at New Leader Conference in LA in January, Melanie Mitro, 2-time top coach in the entire organization, stood up there and shared her recruiting strategies and what she does. And she talked about how scary it was for her as a new coach to do her first business opportunity webinar. And she said, my first BizOp webinar, there was one person, and that person was already a coach. But she did another one the next month. And the next one, she had 2 people, one coach and one non-coach. And then she did another one. And it grew and it grew and it grew. But what would have happened had she held that first one and gone, oh, nobody came. It was just one coach. This doesn't work. She would not be top coach. She would not be two-time top coach, and she would not be $1 million earner. So realize that you don't need to despise the days of small beginnings. That's a scripture. It's okay to start where you are and do the best job you can of promoting that event, but you are responsible for you and not the outcome. So you be consistent with what you offer and let everything else fall into place. If you will be consistent no matter what, then everything will happen the way it's supposed to, and you will grow success in your business. I just had to add that in.
Absolutely.
All right. Number 8. This kind of goes along with what Miranda was just talking about. Learn how to recruit. Now, this call is a really great first step. You're learning systems, you're learning steps on how to recruit. But the truth is, like Miranda said, it's your business. You have different struggles and different strengths than every other coach on this team. So as the CEO of your business, your job is to go find the resources and the trainings and the tools that you need to help you be better. YouTube is amazing. Whatever you are struggling with, I guarantee you can go search YouTube, Beachbody Coach, how to recruit, how to add coaches to my team, how to share the business opportunity. You will find so many amazing resources, both from our team and from outside of our team. That's one thing I love about our company is everybody shares their stuff. Nobody's selfish. Like you can go find Melanie Mitro's business opportunity webinar and figure out how she does it, or anybody else. So learn how to recruit, learn what to say by following the systems that are available. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't just go out there and start vomiting Beachbody and talking about, well, we do this and we do that and blah, 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 blah. You can get really excited and share too much. Follow the systems. Use the form protocol, which is how you get to know someone, going through the steps of really showing interest and showing them that you care about them, talk about their family, their occupation, what they do for recreation, and then get to your message. Also use the 5-step invitation process. Even in recruiting to your team, you just tweak the language a little bit, but you get to know them. You ask them what their goals, why are they interested in learning about coaching in the first place? Or why did they say yes, they'll watch your webinar video? So get to know the processes and learn how to recruit. Use the scripts. We have so many scripts in the file section and the photo section in both team pages, the Hey Girl script, how to follow up on that script. We've got a ton of different ideas on how to do that. So use what's available to you, and then that takes the fear out, and you don't have to worry about what do I say and how do I, respond. It's all there for you. So use that.
Yeah,
but again,
absolutely.
Go find what you need and then take action. Practice makes progress. So just keep doing it. Just like Melanie Mitro, just do it again and again and again. The compound effect, consistency, and commitment to taking action. That's what gets things done in this business.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're in my team page, the big one, the family one, there's actually a file in the file section that is something like tools for recruiting or recruiting tools or something like that, how to recruit your team, something along the lines of that. And it's got all kinds of resources in there of stuff that I have found helpful for me. And I put it all together, and there's a file in there that you can open it up and you can go look at that stuff too, and see what's helpful for you there as well. All right, number 9. Mark out Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on your calendar throughout April and May. We're going to have team calls for you guys every Thursday night for 2 months straight that she and I have brainstormed a list of coaches from our team and from outside our team that we're going to have as guest speakers for them to share their best practices on recruiting and how they grow their team. Everybody has, maybe says things a little bit different or has a little bit different system or protocol, and you never know what little tidbit you're going to pick up that's going to be the game changer for you. And everybody's kind of different in that. So be sure and be on all of our team calls throughout April and May, every Thursday night. They will be recorded, but it's so much better to be on live. I mean, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? How many times have you thought, oh, I'll grab that recording tomorrow and listen to it, and then you never do, or it's like 3 weeks later, and by then it's not as relevant because the moment has passed. And, be sure and try to be on live. Of course, there's always exceptions, but be on live. Learn from other people who have mastered this skill, and learn how to apply their tips to your business. It'll make a huge difference for you. Again, I hate to beat the dead horse here, but I don't have an upline sponsor. I don't have someone hosting calls like this for me. I don't have a team page where someone above me posts and shares file sections like we do, full of information and resources. I don't have that. And I don't ever want you guys to be in a position where you feel like you don't have any help. And so I try to flood our team with abundant resources and support and help. But I need you guys to seize the opportunity and use it. So Brandy and I have poured our hearts and souls into planning out the next 2 months of calls and equipping you guys to be able to do this and grow your business. And we need you guys to show up and take advantage of that and not miss out, and to realize that not all teams are like this. My sponsor doesn't do any of this, and her sponsor doesn't either. I've got nothing. So just realize that you've got a lot of people pouring into you, and we would love to have, we've got 36 people on right now. The highest number tonight was all the way up to 41. Let's double that. We have a team of almost 1,000 coaches. We could easily get 80 people on a call on Thursday night. Tell your coaches what we're doing, and make a commitment to be on every Thursday night at 8:30, at least for the next 2 months, and learn and grow with us. We're all going to pick up some great tips on recruiting. All right, last one.
Okay. So I think one of the biggest fears that a lot of you are probably having about recruiting is feeling like all this pressure is on you to show people what coaching is and show them success and show them that it's possible for them, because
oh, I think she froze. You there, Brandy? Wave the magic Zoom wand.
You're going to show them. You're going to do it. And that's not true. Use what your rise and fall as a team in this business. Can y'all hear me? No?
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out. You got stuck there for a second and totally froze up. I think you're good now, though. Go back to, you were saying that coaches may feel scared because they haven't had success yet with their business, and they don't feel like qualified to share about it yet.
Yeah. Can you hear me, I think?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just saying, don't feel like you have to know what to say and you have to only share your success. Brag on our team. You guys, we are a part of a 2015 elite team, a 5-star elite team in the top 250 coaches in the entire network. My team, Team Living Water, right now at the end of last month or beginning of this month, was ranked 267 out of 430,000 coaches. That's amazing. I mean, we are growing. We're all growing, and we rise and we fall together. We succeed only if we succeed together. This is all about being a team. I can't succeed unless you guys succeed. Miranda can't succeed unless all of us succeed as well. That's what makes this so amazing, because when you bring people into the fold, when you bring people into our team, your job is to help them be successful, because that's the only way you're going to be successful. It's a win-win, and we all work together. So brag on what we have as a team. Like Miranda said, not everybody has this, and you may not realize that because this is what you know, but not everybody has this team culture, this family atmosphere, this constant support. So brag on that. Talk about the friendships and the unconditional love and the prayer requests that are always being requested in our team pages. Talk about other people's stories and accomplishments and where we're headed as a team. Always be brave in talking about where you're going, not just where you've been. Share about the people who are in your challenge groups and the things that they're accomplishing. Give public shout outs. That's what lets people know on the outside what you're doing in here. So be public and be vocal and be brave and be proud of it and own it. Share it, because it's valuable and it can change lives. Now, some of the people that you want to really consider reaching out to and sharing these stories with specifically are the people who are in your challenge groups and experiencing the results. Talk to them about what coaching has done for you and why you think they'd be a great fit for our team. Talk to current Shakeology HD customers. Maybe they've been consistent for 6 months, 8 months, 3 months on Shakeology. And, why not get a discount? Why not come check out what's going on over here? And you could even get your Shakeology for free. Reach out to those people and be brave in sharing the amazing gift of being able to be a part of this team and this organization. If you're hitting Success Club, if you're an Emerald or above coach, you've got customer leads. So reach out to them. Even if they don't respond after the first one, go back and follow up again 2-3 times. Make sure that you know that you're there for them. I can't tell you how many people have responded and gone, wait, you're not a robot? You're a real person? Like, I didn't think somebody was really going to be on the other end of this. I thought it was going to be an automated response. So if you'll be diligent about following up with them and reaching out to them several times, it'll bless them. And they'll be like, oh, wow, they really do care. Beachbody really does care that I get results. So make sure you're reaching out to those people specifically, but then also posting publicly about our team, about our collective success, about other people's success in challenge groups, in the business, in finances, and in every area that is surrounding this business, because we are a team and we can brag on each other. We can brag on ourselves because of what we're a part of.
Absolutely. Yeah, very well said. Finally, just to wrap up, I want you to take this number 10 as the most important number and focus wholeheartedly on the number 10 for the next 2 months. These 10 tips that we've given you are the launching pad. You're about to take off, and we're launching you out into something that is going to help you. It's kind of like when you encourage your kids to go out for the baseball team or the basketball team, and they're kind of nervous and they're not sure they have what it takes, but you see their potential and you believe in them and you tell them, we're going to practice, we're going to get you the right equipment, and we're going to show up, and we're going to meet your coach and your teammates, and it's going to be a step-by-step process, and we're going to do this together. That's what we're doing for you right now. We know that you're not going to get where you want to be in this business if you don't learn how to share it with others. So to wrap up, let's go for the number 10 for the next 2 months. We want to encourage you, 2 different ways you can work this. For everybody who recruits 10 coaches over the next 2 months, that's April and May together, you will earn a free team t-shirt. They're going to be incredible and adorable, and these will be our shirts that we'll wear at the Diamond Retreat, at Summit, for any team events we have throughout the year. We'll all wear shirts. And if you've ever been to a Beachbody event, you know that all the cool teams have matching shirts. It's so neat to be able to identify, oh, there's Danielle Natoni's team and there's Lindsay Matway's team, because they all have on the same shirt. And it's just really, really fun. So whether or not you're going to Summit, it doesn't matter. You're going to earn a team t-shirt or tank, probably a workout tank. And we haven't nailed down the design yet, but it's going to be adorable. 10 coaches over April and May gets you a free shirt. If you recruit 10 coaches per month for a total of 20, 10 in April and 10 in May, then not only will you earn the team shirt, but you'll also earn the team tote bag. And we're going to use the One Body, One Life slogan that we've been using all year long, because it really is the epitome of what we do as coaches. We've got one shot on this planet, and we've got one body to live in it on. And we want to make a difference, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of other people. So we're going to plaster that all over these shirts and all over those bags. It won't be specific to any one team within our downline, because we have a lot of different teams, but collectively we are one, and we want to wear it and share it and let people know by wearing it on our bodies and carrying it on a bag what we're about, what we stand for. So I know that 10 probably sounds like a really overwhelming number to some of you, but we need to get you to the point where it's not overwhelming to you, where you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. That's doable for me. Others of you recruit so well, you're like, 10, I got that tomorrow. If your name's Katie Carter, then then you'll have that done by the end of the day tomorrow. She'll be messaging me, where's my shirt? We need to get all of you to the point where recruiting 10 coaches over 2 months' time does not feel overwhelming. You need to be able to do that year round. That is the number that's going to allow you to move your business forward. It doesn't matter if those people that are signing up with you are discount coaches who just appreciate saving some money on Shakeology, or if they're kind of interested in maybe running some challenge groups too, they're not sure yet, or if they're full-blown business builders like you are. It doesn't matter. You just need to get in the habit of using this skill to grow your business. Fair enough? Yeah? Awesome. Well, we have a cute little graphic for you guys too that I'll show you in just a second. But 2 tools that you need to start utilizing are the business activity tracker and a spiral notebook or a spreadsheet. If you're a pencil paper person or a techie person, you decide your format. But you need to use the business activity tracker. I'll show you mine. I have it right here in the spiral notebook on my desk. I use this thing pretty much religiously. It tells me what to do every single day, and I take great joy in tally marking how many people I followed up with, how many people I invited to join my challenge group, how many people I invited to join my business. If you don't track what you're doing, you're never going to know what you did. You're never going to know where you're going wrong, and you're just going to go, I guess this doesn't work. You got to track it in order to grow. You also need some kind of spiral notebook or a spreadsheet to write down or track the names of every person that you talk to. Make a little note by it, put a date by it, and if you do end up inviting them to something, whether it's a coach open house, a challenge group, a business opportunity call, anything, you highlight it and designate what you invited them to. So when you don't know who else to talk to, you go flip open your spiral notebook and you can go, oh, I haven't checked with her in 2 months. I'm going to see what she's up to. And I invited her to my challenge group and she never joined. So you'll know where you are and you'll know who you've talked to and what was talked about. So you need to be sure and utilize those tools to be able to move forward. I'm going to screen share right quick a graphic that will help you guys. Brandy, do you have any final tips or things that you want to share while I open up this picture?
Did you share about inviting 10 people every day? That part of the 10?
No, I didn't. Go ahead and talk about that.
All right. So we talked about that the magic number is 10, right? 10 coaches in April and May, or 10 coaches for April and 10 coaches for May. Here's how you get there. Invite 10 people every single day for 2 months to join you as a coach, for a business opportunity webinar, for a training, coach backstage pass, whatever you choose to do as your recruiting event. To look at a video, we have several videos just between Miranda and I about what Beachbody coaching is, how to live more life with Beachbody coaching. You can do your own. Send a video to someone, invite them to join you as a coach, invite them to an event. 10 people every day. And that's where those tracking systems she just talked about come in handy. Because if you're talking to 10 people a day, here's what happens, because I've done this. Let me tell you, it's from learning the hard way. Here's what happens when you start recruiting or inviting 10 people a day and you don't track it. Then you end up going through hundreds of Facebook messages going, who did I talk to? And who was I supposed to follow up with? And what did we talk about again? And it's miserable and time wasting. Don't do that. Keep records, keep track of every person, write their name down, write what they talked about, write, what their goals that they shared with you were, write down what they said and where you left the conversation so you know exactly where to go next time you talk to that person. 10 people every day is what's going to get it done.
Yep.
If you will commit to doing that, no matter what you feel like, no matter how scared you are, if you will just say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it, then everything about your business will change in the next 2 months. Everything. And you're worth it. You are worth the effort, and your business is worth it, and your family is worth it. So take initiative, take action, and change things for yourself, for your family, and for the people who are going to join your team.
Absolutely. Yeah, really just what Brandy and I are committed to and what we want you guys to do is put on some blinders like this, like the horses wear to keep them from looking around. Put on your blinders and let 10 be what drives you every day. You know, I'm going to invite 10 people today to something. And you're going to hear no. You're going to have people accuse you of trying to sell them something. You're going to have people block you and unfriend you, and that is okay. They're doing you a favor because they're getting out of your way. They're stepping out of the line. They're going, nope, not me. And that's fine. We're all on a different journey. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that is perfectly fine. You want to find that woman out there who gets you, who wants to hang out with you, who has the same passion and drive for life that you have, and you want to find her. So if someone steps out of your way on your journey to find that girl, thank them. Say, totally fine. This isn't for everybody. You know, I'm always here if you need any help with your nutrition or your fitness. The door's always open, but I don't take it personally if this is not for you. That's it, because it's not personal. They're the ones missing out, not you. You don't need them on your team if they don't want to be there. What else was I going to say? It was one other thing. Let me check my notes. Oh, I was going to show you the picture. That's what it was. See, 4 kids. Brain is done. Okay. All right. Can you guys see that? Yes? Okay. All right. I made this cute little graphic with you, and I'm going to share it in the team page because I want you to have a way to put some names down. So what I want you to do, rather than put names on this after you have signed up a new coach, I want you to get a pencil, and I want you to print this thing out, or if you want to use PicMonkey or something to do it, that's fine. Save a clean copy, and then take a copy of this and pencil in or put in the names of the people you want on your team. Who do you want to be a coach with you? Who do you love and admire so much on social media for the way that they post? Or someone at your church or your kid's school or in your Bible study group. And maybe you're scared to ask them, and that's okay. But go ahead and put their name down as someone that you would absolutely love to be one of your 10 for April and one of your 10 for May. And put that intention out there. Pray about it. You know, ask God to open the doors, to fling the doors wide open and show you who he wants you to reach and to show you why he has put you in this team at this time and what he wants you to do with it. And I guarantee you, if you participate in this with us for the next 2 months, you will turn around and look back on this a year from now and say, that changed everything for me. I guarantee you that, because that's my story. When I learned how to recruit, and I did it all by myself the first time I did it, I did a recruiting campaign all by my little old self, and I got 17 coaches in a month, and it changed everything for me, everything. And then I turned around and I shared it with Brandy and the other girls on my team who were pushing for big business goals, and then they started learning it, and it changed the trajectory of our team. You all that are on this call right now, besides me and Brandy, are here because I learned how to do this. You would have been denied a blessing of being a part of this if I had not gotten out of my comfort zone and learned how to recruit. If Brandy had not stepped out of hers and learned how to recruit. If your coach that recruited you had not been brave enough to share this amazing gift with you, you wouldn't be sitting here right now. So don't be selfish and keep this to yourself. Go out there and share this blessing with those that need it. And you will be blown away at how quickly your perspective on this business will change when you get confident about sharing it. Do you guys have any questions at all? I'd love to have a few questions. I know we're running late tonight, but this is super important. You can either type them in the chat box and submit them that way, or you can unmute yourself or wave me down, and I will unmute you if you've got questions. So I'm going to look. No question is a dumb question.
I actually have one question.
Okay, go ahead, Amber.
I know that there's a lot of tips on promoting and doing things online. I'm kind of old school. I do like the in-person type promotion, business cards and samples, things like that. What do you suggest is the best way to go about that?
I say run with your personality type. It's good that you know yourself and you know what you want to do. You can go in your Coach Online office into, I think it's in the news and training tab, somewhere in there, and look up Shake and Share events. Those are really fun. Fit clubs are really fun to do, where you get people together physically and you have basically like a Shakeology party, and you make a bunch of shakes and you share it with everybody. A fit club is where you pop in a Beachbody workout on a DVD player or using on demand, and you have everybody come and work out together. There are some rules and things on how you can do that, so check that out in the Coach Online office. I know a lot of coaches love the business card and handing out samples thing, so try to find some people on YouTube that are doing that. Find some coaches to follow and learn from that are using that approach, and learn what they're doing. Personally, for me, I am an introvert homebody, and I love to be in my own office with my comfy blanket and my house shoes and my coffee and work online. But I know that those of you who are really fun-loving and face-to-face and want people time and more extroverted, you need to be able to find your niche with that. So I'm so thankful you asked that question. I can't think off the top of my head. Brandy, what's that coach's name that's good friends with Tony Horton? She's got short blonde hair. She's in some of his workouts. Yeah, say it again. Tracy Morrow. Yeah, check out Tracy Morrow on YouTube. I know that she's a big fan of having samples and business cards in her purse at all times, and she's a very face-to-face person. Can you think of anybody else that does it that way, Brandy?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, what about just like when you go to the gym and you see people fixing different things that aren't necessarily Shakeology, but for after their workout? Like, what is a good approach to go up to them and try to tell them about Beachbody, but without like trying to be overwhelming or, too persistent?
Yeah, I would ask them what they're drinking. Ask them, what is that? I'm really curious about learning what everybody's using for their recovery drink. Ask them what's in it. Ask them if they like it. Ask them what their results are. Ask them what they're working on at the gym, what goals they have. And ask them if you can friend them on Facebook, because you really just want to surround yourself with people who are fitness and nutrition minded, and leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
And let that relationship kind of build over time. Meanwhile, you are going to be using Facebook to share what you're doing. And just by them being on your friends list, they're going to see you. And perhaps that relationship will allow them to come to you later on, or if you see an open door there. But as far as going up to somebody just cold like that, I don't know. That would have to be your unique gifting. It's not mine. I would probably pee my pants if I did that. But I'm not saying it can't be done, because that's just not me. But I would suggest make it about them first. And that's forming, ask about, their family. What do you do with your kids when you come to the gym? Who's watching your kids? I've got mine with a sitter, but I'd like to know more about what other moms are doing. Or, what does your post-workout recovery drink help you with? What's in it? What does it taste like? Just ask questions and get to know them.
Thank you.
And I think that's an important point overall in inviting to the business, inviting to your challenge groups, It's never about you giving them a ton of information. It is always, always, always about you asking questions to them, as many questions as you can, because we are here for the people, not for our products. Make it about them. Ask them what their goals are. Ask them what their interests are, what their struggles are, what they need help with most. Find out what their needs are so that you can then go back and show them how what you're offering is a solution for the needs and the goals that they shared with you. That is like recruiting and challenge group inviting 101. Make it about them always. Always. But Amber, you have a crazy Facebook following, so don't you dare shy away from that. You got to do both, girl. She gets like 50 comments on the most random posts.
That's
I totally get it. I just wanted to be able to, because I'm going to be going back to the gym soon. I know a lot of people there because I used to assistant manage Bodyplex and Hiram. So I just wanted to be able to basically know how to confront those people in person. Of course I do with on Facebook, but I've even thought about maybe making some Shakeology there, like setting up an actual booth, maybe doing something like that, trying to get people to try it, see how they like it. Because there are a lot of, I guess, after workout shakes and they don't all taste great. And I used to have like terrible cravings, but I actually crave my Shakeology. Like I sometimes almost wish that I could drink it for all 3 meals a day, but I know I need to be getting something else.
Yeah, so, we all feel that way. We're in the same club.
That's my dessert.
Yeah. What you might do, Amber, is like print out some really cute flyers with some fun colors and colorful paper and announce that you're going to be doing a nutritious post-workout shake demo like the following week on Thursday at 4 or whatever, and kind of get the word out. But I think the most important thing is just to build relationships with people, like Brandy said, like go around the gym and meet new friends, find out what classes they're going to, what type of protocol they're following as they move around the machines, and just get to know them and tell them, hey, can I friend you on Facebook? I would love to get to know you more, and just build that relationship. And then if you want to schedule in sometimes to do shake demos or talk more about it, you'll have kind of created a foundation to have that conversation without being pushy or, turning people off, for sure. Good questions. What other questions do you guys have before we wrap up tonight? Destiny, do you have your hand up or are you just holding your phone? Oh, okay. You had surgery. What are you doing on this call?
It's important. I got to make this work, so.
Yeah, listen to that. Listen to that. Did you find anything valuable tonight or anything you're wondering about?
No, I took lots of notes, so I'm going to read them, and then, I'm sure that as I rest, I'll get more questions and stuff, so.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to see your face. I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you.
We're praying for you, girl.
Thank you. I'm glad it's over with, so.
Absolutely. Put that behind you for sure.
Yes.
Destiny's a breast cancer survivor and just wrapped up her last and final procedure to put all of this behind her. And she is a true hero, y'all. I'm going to try not to cry, but it's been a long time coming for her to have her moment in time. And I just feel grateful she chose our team to do that with. She had a lot of options, and I'm just glad she's here because she's such a blessing. And you guys need to follow her on Facebook and friend her. She's incredible. So super proud of you, Destiny. And we're praying for you, girl.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have questions? No questions? Brandy and I did so good explaining that you're ready to go recruit your 10, get your t-shirt. All right. And if you guys, be sure you're following, Katie Carter, Katie McGilvray, Kelly Williams. Be sure you're following each other on Facebook. Those few really stand out to me as doing a top-notch job of recruiting on social media publicly. So follow those girls for sure, and make sure that you're watching what they're doing because they're really rocking it out. No final questions? Okay, thanks for being on and staying with us a little extra long tonight. I promise the rest of the calls for April and May won't be this long, but this is the big kickoff one, so we wanted to be sure that we did it right. So I love you guys. You are believed in and prayed for more than you know. I want you to feel bold and confident in your calling to be here for such a time as this, and just run with it. You know, throw caution to the wind. Who cares what anybody thinks? You're going to rock your own life, you know, and just do it. Just do it. The worst thing that can happen is you make a mistake or two and you learn something. And that's valuable too. So you guys have a great night. I know for you East Coast people, it's late. Thank you for staying on with me. I did record this so you can share it with your teams. I'll share it in the team page tomorrow. Okay? Until then,
Good night.
good night, everybody.